Thursday was the biggest drop since '87.
With the S&P down 7%.
During lockdowns around the world, everyone turned to trading like never before, with online gurus telling the world how easy it is to profit from the financial markets.
Best Forex.
4,000 down.
Horrible. Trading is it's not easy. I can trade 1 hour a day and make all this money.
This is Samuel Leach, a globally recognized trader from London. He's about to embark on his biggest challenge yet. He's going to be putting his reputation and over £500,000 on the line to show the world what trading is really like.
Laughing.
When the fuck would you ever put laughing or crying on a fucking bit of paper for a trade plan where you're risking 10,000 quid?
I flew here from Texas. This is not a joke to me.
Now at the moment I'm over trading. I mean really I want to make back my losses.
How can you sleep when you're 3% down?
Samuel is about to take 15 beginners from around the world without any trading experience and throw them into the deep end of the financial markets.
You want to fucking trade or go home?
Boom, I'm out.
Samuel and his team only have 4 weeks to turn some of these individuals into profitable traders.
Inside I felt like quitting.
Will he succeed?
So if you've overslept, you've got 20 minutes to be here. If not, then you're off the challenge, okay?
I'm the ball.
Show me the money!
My name is Samuel Leach and I am the director of Samuel & Co Trading. I founded this company back in 2012. In this series, you're about to see 15 individuals embark on their trading journey and see exactly what they're capable of doing when they're thrown in the deep end. I started Samuel Co Trading back in 2012. I was so passionate about trading that I just decided to form a company. I didn't even know what I was going to do with the company at the time, but I was just adamant that I love trading. Trading really hit home when I got lucky when I was trading £2,000 to £170,000 with my student loan whilst I was at university. At the time, I was on the top of the world and I thought this is amazing. Obviously later on in life I realised the risks that I took to be able to get there, and it paid off. I started trading from my bedroom, living at home with my mum whilst I was at the University of Hertfordshire. I was trading big money at this time and no one in my family really knew what I was doing, but I was making good money off the back of it. I got a taste for traveling and I started going away with my very close friends at the time. Was going away to log houses, trading away in different locations. There was no need for me to be sat at home with my mum. I could trade anywhere and I really loved this freedom of me being able to do that as long as the internet connection was good. I was quite a reserved individual and I wasn't really a public speaker at the time, and I just wanted to focus on making money. But there was a nice part of this of teaching my friends and individuals around me how to trade and seeing their results blossom as well. I realised the corporate world wasn't for me. I was working in a leading independent private bank in the UK, and I wanted out, not because I didn't like the bank, but I just wanted to work in my own office, under my own rules, doing what I want to do with my own time. I then went on to get my first office in 2015, and I wanted to make this fun for everybody that was involved in Samuel & Co trading. I was just a young guy with a big dream, and I didn't really understand how mortgages worked or how to get lending on getting offices or anything like that. So this was just all backed from my trading profits. There was no family money involved in this. It was just simply me with my money going into these offices, kitting them out of all the trading equipment and going for it. And since 2012, fast forward 10 years, and we've got our own building that we own. We've got a cinema room that's state of the art. We have got a gym with all of our gym equipment branded to our colors, our logos on the floor. We've got steam showers. We've got an awesome trade floor upstairs, and it's just gone from 0 to 100. We are working across the globe now, and it's truly, truly been a journey. We're at over 350 traders around the world trading. We're teaching really exceptional traders now, which is fantastic. The feedback is awesome that we're having at Samuel & Co, and arguably we're one of the leaders within the retail trading sector, especially for education. Now when we fast forward, we're selling algos to hedge funds, Israeli investment firms, European hedge funds, and it's one of the biggest assets that we have, and we're getting quoted in Bloomberg, NASDAQ, Forbes, and we're really seen as an industry leader on creating expert advisors and automated trading tools. And with the projects getting bigger and bigger, I want to just say a big welcome to Samuel & Co Trading, and welcome to the Series 3 of the Real Forex Trader Show. When I started trading, we didn't have anybody to look up to, we didn't have anybody to admire, and now all of a sudden with social media and the boom of social media, everybody's a trader. There's these cars that people are just standing next to that are not even their cars. They haven't achieved anything. They don't even trade profitably themselves, yet they're selling courses. And I think that's massively damaged the sector, and especially breaking people's hopes that are coming into the market at an early stage as a beginner. And it may put them off, and they could have been great traders in the long run. This is why I started the Real Forex Trader series, is because people are teaching when they shouldn't be teaching.
I'm 23, dropped out a few years ago to now living this type of life, and I'm literally helping thousands of my students how to make millions every single year through Forex.
Everybody looks to the sector as this is easy money. I can get this, I can get that, and you only have to pay this 30 quid a month and you're gonna be rich. And the truth of the matter is, it's insulting to people like myself who literally, I'm 30 years old, but I've spent over 10 to 12 years in this market myself, pushing myself. I literally have dedicated my entire life to this craft for people to come in and say you can achieve this with just 30 minutes of trading a day. It's absolute bullshit.
You're competing against algorithms, robots, really intelligent people. What makes you think you can wake up for an hour, look at a chart for 10 minutes and then make a bunch of money? It's not reality. It's not, it's selling a dream that isn't true. So I think the frustrations that boiled out of seeing that, Sammy wanted to show or shed some light on the actual reality of trading.
I wanted to challenge myself to take 15 people from around the world with no experience and throw them into the deep ends with the right strategies and document the outcome. I wanted to see who would swim and who would sink. I wanted to know whether you had it or whether you didn't, and what defined those people as well.
He wants to give, other traders coming through that opportunity that they may not necessarily have had 10, 15 years ago to get into this industry, to get into this sector, to become a trader. Previously, you'd had to, go to a top university, have really good grades, probably come from a wealthy background, then work into an investment bank, and then go down that route. So I think what he's trying to do with Samuel & Co Trading is give everyone that opportunity that may not have had it otherwise.
I think Samuel & Co gives the people the opportunity to see what the real thing's actually like. not afraid to show that, you know, there are good days, there are bad days. You know, people, not everyone's going to do it. You know, the statistics say 95% of traders will lose money, and you know, that is a fact. You know, it's the end of the day. You know, not everyone can be successful all the time, and people are going to lose. You know, it's a fact of life. So I think it's the whole point of it is to build, you know, a reputable brand and a sort of place for everyone to sort of come and learn and see the real things, and not get sucked in these get-rich-quick schemes, or you know, even worse, the ones that are sort of scams, where, you know, they're using fake profiles to lure you in and take your money, and you don't get anything for it.
The transparency, so really showing everything what we do, if that's via Instagram, via YouTube, all of our channels, you know, showing the day-to-day ins and outs of trading, what it's really like. And obviously, you know, there are some profits involved, but there are also losses. Some of our videos show the losses that, you know, Samuel has incurred, or we've incurred as a company. So just being transparent in everything we do, and not showing only the positives or the good things or that lifestyle. We try and come away from that and show the sort of ins and outs of trading, the hard work that goes into it.
This series, you know, it changed my life personally because of the experience. I love the experience all in all, but I learned more than anything.
So really it's a unique opportunity to experience things that you would probably never experience. It's mainly about sort of being comfortable in the uncomfortable, and just really enjoying being in that environment, because that is what is essential to being a successful, profitable trader.
We're going to have to break you down mentally to see if you have the stress levels to be able to actually even accept the fact that you could be in a losing trade, losing thousands of pounds. So we need to see who we're dealing with. We need to unravel those layers to see exactly who you are, to get to know you, to trust you with this money.
To actually put them in these stressful situations gives them a better understanding of themselves, of a human being, and it strengthens their character and their qualities. And I believe it is so important to go through that, to learn about themselves.
So bring your A game, bring absolutely everything to the table that you've got, and put some time in, research, do basic educational backgrounds of what you're getting involved in, what are the markets, how can I be better? And this is all going to come out literally within the first week. We're going to know exactly what you're capable of, what is your knowledge level, and whether or not you have what it takes.
I think first of all, obviously, I think everyone was emailed out asking to come smartly dressed in a suit, obviously on a t-shirt. What's sort of the reason?
I mean, if I knew this was a suit interview, then certainly I would have worn a suit, but I don't think it was specifically clear about that. I don't usually use a suit for work, so I wasn't in that mindset, unfortunately. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah, it's on the email.
It said smart dressing. I've not worn a suit for 8 years, I'm not going to lie, so.
Okay. But if you do pass, you will need to.
If it's necessary, I'll wear a suit. I'll have to buy one, because obviously my last suit, I was 90 kilos when I was wearing it.
Why do you think you're so nervous though?
I've never really been for like job interviews or anything sort of like that. And because it's on sort of like camera as well, I'm not very good at sort of like public talking as well. What I find is that even though I might have in my head what I'm going to say, as soon as I'm put on the spot, my mind just goes blank, and I'm just suddenly sort of putting myself in a situation which I'm not so much comfortable with.
What's the main thing you trade? What's the main currency or main stock?
To be honest, I experiment everything. I start crypto. I mean, obviously, I invest some in the crypto. I left it like that, and I haven't touched it, And I started with Forex. I find that stock a lot easier to make money, and I wasn't make some money as well. But in the beginner, about
what stocks have you traded?
Tesla mostly. I concentrate on it.
What's your entry based on?
Sorry, say again.
What's your entry criteria based on?
Entry, basically, what I was doing is when I started, I had no clue. My entry was like, because everyone's saying Tesla it has a good future. So what I was doing in the day trade in the first few weeks, I just watched it to see how does it react, it goes up. And in the beginning, I didn't use, I was using RSI basically, indicator as a to see if it's overbought, oversold. I was using that in 1 minute chart. And it wasn't really, better. Just lost a lot in that time.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't really, okay, fine.
You were trading Tesla because of the hype around it?
Yeah, just because when the price gone certain amount, I was thinking, okay, that's probably a good buy at the moment. Because
when you say you were trading crypto, you were trading Bitcoin and Ethereum?
Yeah, pretty much in the beginner, but now I think pretty much slightly getting better in technical. And
so you're focusing on the stuff that's basically in the media, because Tesla obviously is all over the media.
Basically, that's what I get from. I heard a lot about it, and that's what I just came across.
As long as you're aware.
What is the worst decision you've made in your life to date?
Losing money you could say, is the worst decision. I tried it on my own, so I think that's probably the worst situation, because if I would have spent that money with you guys, I would get a lot better result.
How much money did you lose?
Probably over 10,000.
From the start of this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's
quite
a lot of money
to say the worst decision, because if I would have spent some of it with you guys, at least I would get a lot better result, and I was in the right environment as well. Maybe I could say that's the worst decision.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
So how did you hear about this? How was the?
It was pure hazard. Dominic, which is a friend of mine, was like, we were talking about volume clusters, and you talk a lot about volume clusters in your video, so he watches you. And he was like, oh, there's this guy who explains how volume clusters works. His name is Leach. But one day I was just like, all right, what do I have to lose? Let me just check this cluster, because I was trying to understand volume clusters and how they work and everything. So I stumbled upon your live one day, and it just happened that it was the live where you shared the link for the program for the last time. And I was like, okay, let me check it out.
Just so you know, it's nothing to do with volume.
What, volume clusters?
So the cluster
I know that now.
All right.
Well,
as in the indicator that you're talking about, that you're saying he was talking about Samuel and he trades volume clusters. I don't trade volume clusters.
No, I know it has nothing to do about the volume, but it has, from when I've observed you, it has everything to do with where volume is being accumulated or the most traded. No? Is it not? Okay, then maybe I got it wrong. Yeah.
Are you profitable in your trading?
I stopped trading with my live account. It's been 5 to 6 months now. I'm only on demo until I feel comfortable.
So are you profitable at the moment or not?
Let's put it this way.
It's yes or no, isn't it?
Huh?
It's yes or no, isn't it?
Huh? That's what I said earlier. Yes, I can come around and say yes, but is it sustainable? No, because I would have bad months, because the previous month, sometimes the market is like that. Sometimes you're gonna have good rhythm on the market and it will be sweet. But the next month, when there is bad rhythm, I don't really have a system that teaches me or that I can follow that helps me deal with bad rhythm or rhythm that I don't necessarily.
Well, let's say this then. Over the last 6 months, are you up or down?
No, I'm down.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
2% of 11 grand. I can't actually read what you put down there.
£20, 50 pence.
Oh, okay. No, so 220.
Is match your weak point, did you say?
Yeah, I suppose quick maths. I suppose I have to be a bit comfortable with people around me before I can, really engage. What? Seriously, sometimes you feel like you're going to make a mistake and you feel like you're silly, So I suppose
you've got to feel comfortable to do quick maths.
Yeah. I guess it's an odd thing. Yeah, if you're not about it. Yeah.
Probably quite comfortable in that meditation room. It's quite nice and relaxing, isn't it?
Well, is that what it's designed for? I wouldn't say that. It's a bit like a pen.
And what would you say is your biggest fear?
Truthfully, yeah, okay, I hope this doesn't come back to haunt me, but like, you know, seeing spiders on telly, that would just ruin me.
Just on TV?
Just on TV. If it's out there, no, if it's there, it doesn't matter, yeah. But if it was on telly, honestly, yeah, I would melt.
Why on TV?
I don't know, it's just so close up, so big, and you can see everything about it. It's so creepy, it just bugs me out. That is literally anything else, like edges. I don't feel heights, no.
Edges?
Yeah, edges on high buildings.
Bro.
Yeah.
Edges? Edges of fame. I'm scared of edges. Going at the table. It's a serious edge right there.
That's funny. No, but yeah, if you know, some people are afraid of heights, aren't they? All like, I don't know, but yeah. That is
spiders on TV.
Spiders on TV, yeah.
Oh dear.
What scares you the most?
Misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
Talking about from the how we interact as human beings from that perspective. There's a lot of things that I don't necessarily understand as far as how the world works, and as far as how humans interact with each other, which in my opinion comes mostly from misunderstanding and not really trying to know about each other. So I'm very...
How old are you?
28.
You've been on the planet 28 years, surely you know how to communicate with people.
No, when I say communicate, obviously I know how to communicate with people, but it's this word in English called prejudice. You know, it sounds like I'm diving around everywhere, but when I say misunderstanding, I mean, I like to be clear about my words when I address someone, and I like the same back, so that there is no miscommunication and misunderstanding in our exchange, because I feel like when there is misunderstanding, that's what sometimes introduces, how can I say it, wrong perception, and wrong perception can lead into something else, that can lead into something else, that can lead into something else.
So do you feel like you're misunderstood? Like, do you feel like...
Sometimes, yeah, because I don't know, but yeah, sometimes I feel like I am misunderstood.
So your fear is being misunderstood?
Yeah, because I can dive deeper into it, but
no,
let's
get on.
So what do you want to get from the challenge? What would like your ideal goal be to achieve?
I have to push myself as much as I can. I want to change my life, I want to better my life, and I've got to get myself on the right track, physically, mentally, and that's what I've been doing. And the process has led us here, so I'm ready for it, to be able to get that knowledge from yourselves. That would be my end goal.
Property, 100% of property, have you invested in property before? Or what?
Yes, I've just sold my house.
Just sold your house?
Yeah. So if I get more money, I would invest it into property and also into my education, which I'm in the process of doing now. Investing it into my education of trading.
So with £50,000, you wouldn't be able to buy many properties?
No, well, you could always buy something that's run down, you know, cheap, and then do it up, flip it, and then...
So you sold your house, what are you doing now?
I'm trying to trade. I went and bought myself a computer, you know, set myself up. Never used a computer in my life, so this is just all a starting process for me to get the right...
You sold your house?
Yeah, well, not just for that. It was on the market anyway, because when coronavirus hit and I wasn't working, you know, the bills is mounting up, everything's that. I was like, right, well, I'll sell that. I'll get all my bills sorted out, my debt sorted out, and I'll start again. So that's been sold, everybody's been paid. I've got money left, and this is what I want to do.
And if it doesn't work, what will you do?
It will work. I'll just keep going until it works. That's it.
But you watch run out of funds?
Well then, it's one of them. If I run out of funds, you know, I've still got more knowledge hopefully in the long run. I've just got to try to treat the funds right. You know, space it over time.
Are you trading that money yet?
Yes, I've started trading that now.
But you've got little knowledge?
Little knowledge,
no income?
Just that money what I've got from the house. If it does fail, I'll have to still do my education, do the trading, and go back to work. let's go back into.
Do you have any responsibilities? Like you go out to dog into? Do you have any like family that's relying on you? Kids
Well, 3 kids. So, like I say, the money that I've got should be enough to get us to where I want to be.
Okay.
So the kids is all right. The houses, the bills are paid. The bills will continuously be paid. So I'm not going to run myself down into the ground where I think I can't do it anymore. I've run out of money. That's it. I have to set a long-term plan and try to look after the money properly.
What would you say is the most thing you're proud of?
Not giving up, I suppose. I think just not giving up and just keep trying. So I think that's the most thing what I'm proud of, is just not giving up.
Next time on The Real Forex Trader.
You're going to be given a crash course of what it's like to be in the financial markets, not from what we see on Instagram or social media, but from what it actually takes to do it on a day-to-day basis. And in order for us to get you to that stage, we need to have the right individuals with the right mindset and the right capabilities.
So guys, you've seen these guys getting involved in trading. If you think you have what it takes to be a trader, then in the description, click the link to get involved in our $100,000 trading challenge. It's 100% free, and you've got the upside of winning a live trading account with us. Best of luck, and see you soon.